Take a look at this. Barcelona are playing football we've never seen before.
From Mkhitaryan. Oh, that's brilliant! That is brilliant!
In less than a year at the club, Hansi Flick has achieved what Ernesto Valverde, Quique Setién, Ronald Koeman and Xavi Hernandez could not, making Barcelona a clearly recognisable team again, with an identity that truly separates them from everyone else. Pressure, possession, position. The famous 3 Ps of Barca football, a philosophy installed by Johan Cruyff during his time on the bench between 1988 and 1996, and one that has never truly left the club. Barcelona didn't just choose this style as a way to win games. They chose it as an ideology, as a filter to decide who should lead the team. Some coaches lived that philosophy from the inside, like Pep Guardiola, Luis Enrique and Koeman, all players under Cruyff.
Koeman toca esto hacia afuera, que pica, Koeman, goal!
Others, like Xavi, inherited it as footballers before trying to apply it from the dugout.
Iniesta, help out wide, but he'll cut in, rolls it in, kicks off, and it's Xavi!
There were also figures who absorbed those principles through Guardiola's influence, like the late Tito Villanova. Hansi Flick belongs to that last group. An outsider, yes, but one who understands the Barca code. And the result? Genuinely incredible. What we are watching now feels different, something new, something that looks familiar, yet completely transformed. And this is only the beginning. Hansi Flick has transformed FC Barcelona with a formula built on calm but demanding leadership, absolute trust in young players, tactical bravery and smart squad management. Without chasing the spotlight, he reconnected the team with the fans, restored a clear competitive identity, and navigated the complex reality of the club with intelligence. The result was historic, the first domestic treble in Spanish football history. La Liga, Copa del Rey, and Supercopa, all in his first season. And Flick didn't do it in a normal way. Barcelona completely destroyed last season, becoming the most dangerous attacking team in Europe, and without doubt, the most spectacular to watch. With the 3-0 win away at Athletic Club, no team across Europe's top 5 leagues won more matches than Flick's Barca. They reached 44 victories, 28 in La Liga, 9 in the Champions League, 5 in the Copa del Rey, and 2 in the Supercopa. And if this Barcelona will be remembered for anything, it will be remembered as the Barcelona of goal fests. Fans celebrated 174 goals across all competitions, an outrageous number. The next best were Paris Saint-Germain with 147, Bayern Munich with 138, Real Madrid with 137, and Liverpool with 123. This Barca side finished as the 3rd highest scoring team in club history. That attacking dominance produced something historic. Barcelona swept Real Madrid, winning 4 Clásicos out of 4, and not just winning, humiliating them. 4-0 at the Bernabeu, 5-2 in the Spanish Super Cup final, 3-2 in the Copa del Rey final, and 4-3 at Montjuic. "16 goals scored against Madrid in 4 matches. And they weren't the only victims. Barca smashed Valladolid 7-0, Villarreal 5-1, Bayern Munich 4-1, Valencia 5-0, then 7-1 again in La Liga, Real Sociedad 4-0, and Benfica 5-4. Scoring 3 or more goals became routine. It happened 23 times in the 2024-2025 season. Flick also injected a ruthless German mentality: never give up. Barcelona overturned losing positions 9 times, once in the Supercopa final, once in the Copa del Rey final, and 6 times in La Liga. Statistically, this was a perfectly oiled attacking machine. 414 shots on target, 66.5% possession, 88.4% pass accuracy, 50.3% dribble success, 19 goals from sequences of 10+ passes, and 608 high recoveries in the attacking third. A huge reason behind this dominance was Flick's ability to revive players. He did it with Rafinha, Robert Lewandowski, Íñigo Martínez, Pedri, Jules Koundé, Frenkie de Jong, and Wojciech Szczęsny. The results were brutal. Lewandowski, written off by many, scored 42 goals, 27 in La Liga, 11 in the Champions League, three in the Copa, and one in the Supercopa. But the most shocking transformation was Rafinha. A player who was almost out of the club found his prime under Flick. Those who truly understand football know this. Rafinha was the best player in the world last season. Flick's most used player logged 4,661 minutes, delivering 60 goal contributions, 34 goals and 26 assists. He finished as Champions League top scorer with 13 goals, scoring in almost every round, until Barcelona were eliminated by Inter Milan in the semi-finals.
Rafinha goal against Inter Milan.
Then there's Lamine Yamal. Flick trusted a 17-year-old and let him play freely. The result? Football fans worldwide watched a teenager break the game. Yamal finished with 18 goals and 25 assists, and became central to Barca being the team with the most goals from outside the box, 23 of the 174, 7 scored by Yamal himself. And this team wasn't only about attack. Despite Flick's high defensive line and the risks it carries, Barcelona kept 21 clean sheets, powered by huge performances from Pau Cubarsí, Jules Koundé, Íñigo Martínez, Alejandro Balde, and legendary knights from Szczęsny, who came out of retirement to become a hero again. Everything you've just heard was last season. Want to know the truly terrifying part? This season, they're even better despite Flick facing double the challenges compared to when he first arrived. FC Barcelona under Hansi Flick just keep going. Since the 3-0 defeat against Chelsea in London, Barca have won every single match they've played. That run now stands at 7 consecutive wins in all competitions, and 8 in a row in La Liga, the first time they've managed that this season. And time is proving Flick right. During this stretch, Barcelona are cruising at full speed. That run has completely flipped the La Liga table, with Barca now top of the league, collecting 46 points from a possible 54. All of this comes shortly after losing El Clásico, when Real Madrid had gone 5 points clear at the top. The contrast with last season is striking. After 18 league games last year, Flick's Barcelona had 38 points, and were clearly losing momentum, winning just one of their previous 6 matches. At that stage, Barca had already lost 4 games. This season they've only been beaten at the Ramon Sánchez Pizjuán and the Santiago Bernabéu. The goal numbers are just as revealing. Even with last season's explosive attacking trio dealing with injuries and not playing together until late November, Flick has expanded Barcelona's attacking options. At this point of the season, Barca have already scored 1 more goal than they had at the same stage last year. Barcelona are also the only team in Europe's top 5 leagues, with 4 different players scoring at least 5 league goals. Ferran Torres with 11, Robert Lewandowski with 8, Lamine Yamal with 7, and Rafinha with 7. Last season, Barca had scored 50 goals at this stage. This year, they were already on 51, which has pushed them to a staggering 102 goals in the calendar year 2025. Reaching 100 goals in a single year, something that hadn't happened for 7 years, has only occurred 9 times in the club's entire history. 7 of those came in the previous decade, largely thanks to Lionel Messi leading the attack. In fact, 2025 is only the second year in which Barcelona have reached 100 goals without Messi. The only other time it happened in the 20th century was 1999. The all-time record still stands at 121 goals in 2012. Across 39 matches the same year, Messi scored an almost unbelievable 91 goals in all competitions.
It's Messi!
To truly understand Barcelona's attacking dominance in 2025, you only need to compare them with the rest of La Liga. Barca's 102 goals are miles clear of Real Madrid's 69, while Atletico Madrid and Villarreal sit level on 68, with Real Betis completing the top 5 on 65. And there's one final historic detail. 2025 has only one precedent in Barcelona's history. The only other year in which Barca scored in every single league match was 1943. Back then, they did it across 25 games. This Flick side have done it across 37 matches. Now the big question is this: how does Hansi Flick keep perfecting his Barcelona? First, we need to be clear about the foundations of this team foundations that are already delivering results. Defensive personality. Through positioning, Flick has transformed FC Barcelona with a bold defensive idea, a very high defensive line. It looks risky, but it's become one of the keys to Barca's success. No team in La Liga plays higher up the pitch, and no team generates more offside traps. By positioning Barcelona's defenders close to, or even on the midfield line, the team can press immediately after losing the ball. This forces opponents to play long passes or make rushed decisions, creating mistakes and quick recoveries. Relentless high press. Beyond the high line, Flick's Barca are defined by aggressive pressing high up the pitch. The defence, midfield and attack move as one compact block, closing short passing options and forcing rivals to go long. In midfield areas, the press is designed to push opponents towards the wide channels, reducing space inside while overloading the flanks with numbers. The asymmetric 4-2-3-1, Flick has installed a 4-2-3-1 as the base system, but with huge flexibility that often turns into a 4-3-3. This is something he already showed during his time at Bayern Munich. Players like Eric Garcia or Frenkie de Jong take on a role similar to Joshua Kimmich's at Bayern, allowing Pedri more freedom higher up the pitch. Meanwhile, Rafinha has thrived in this flexible 4-2-3-1, playing a role comparable to Leon Goretzka's arriving in the box, adding physical presence and attacking unpredictability. A key feature of Flick's system is attacking asymmetry. Barcelona overload the opposition half, creating positional superiorities and attacking with numbers. Player movement is fluid rather than fixed. Lamine Yamal, for example, often drops into midfield to receive the ball and create danger from different zones. The shape also adapts to the opponent. In midfield, Pedri plays as the most advanced midfielder, while De Jong or Garcia acts as the pivot, ensuring balance during build-up. Attacking staggering in the build-up. In possession, Flick maximises Barcelona's talent through constant movement and creativity. This attacking structure is the reason Barca became the only professional team in Spain to reach 100 goals in 2025. Inside channels, players occupy different heights, connected by diagonal passing lanes, while wide options are always available. Width is essential. Yamal stretches the right flank, and Alejandro Balde, Rafinha or Rashford does the same on the left, increasing the distance between opposition defenders. Flick also creates numerical superiority in key areas, especially in the final third, by positioning Rafinha inside alongside Pedri, Fermin Lopez and Eric Garcia, constantly looking to surprise opponents. Verticality to shock opponents. Finally, Flick has given Barcelona a direct attacking edge. Vertical passes are used to reach goal as quickly as possible. This verticality is one of the clearest differences compared to previous Barca teams, and many players are benefiting from it. But Flick's genius doesn't stop at tactics. It's also about planning, managing and elevating his players. And what he has done this year, in the middle of Barcelona's problems, is pure brilliance. The main architect behind this resurgence is Hansi Flick, who is building what is now considered the most dangerous attack in Europe in 2025. As we've already seen, unlike previous eras, this Barcelona no longer depends on a single saviour. Flick has implemented a system based on high pressing, aggressive possession and constant runs from midfield, turning the team into a multi-directional threat. The result speaks for itself. Barcelona scored in 59 of their 60 matches. One of the most revealing stats of the year is that almost the entire squad scored goals. Only Marc Bernal failed to score, largely due to a long-term injury that limited him to just 10 appearances. Everyone else stepped up, confirming that this Barcelona attack comes from every zone of the pitch. Leading the scoring charts are Robert Lewandowski and Ferran Torres, both with 27 goals, followed closely by Rafinha with 24 and Lamine Yamal with 21, completing his transformation from prodigy into a decisive force. And in this new season of reinvention, Flick has also unlocked the best version of Marcus Rashford, a player far more important to Barcelona than many realise. Rashford brings attacking balance and tactical variety when plan A fails through crosses, long balls into space, and constant 1-versus-1 threats. He already has 19 goal contributions, with 7 goals and 11 assists. Key contributions from Fermin Lopez and Dani Olmo only underline how unpredictable this team has become. That attacking variety explains why teams like Valencia CF, who conceded 18 goals in 3 matches, or Real Madrid, punished with 13 goals in 4 games, suffered so badly against Flick's Barca. But here's the key point. Flick didn't just fix and supercharge the attack. In May, after winning La Liga, Flick set himself a clear objective for this season: greater control of matches and improved defensive consistency. The departure of Íñigo Martínez was the first challenge. The second was a constant stream of injuries that disrupted the defensive structure. Ironically, some of the most damaging absences weren't defenders at all, but players crucial to defensive balance. Pedri, the player who gives the team control, and Rafinha, the one who triggers the press. Flick tested multiple solutions, especially at centre-back. His first clear choice was Ronald Araujo, alongside Pau Cubarsí, still the most used pairing, although the Cubarsí-Gerard Martin duo is now just 1 match behind. That first option never fully clicked. For a while, it looked like Cubarsí-Eric Garcia would be the long-term answer, but then Flick returned to a pre-season experiment, Gerard Martin as a left-sided centre-back. Even earlier, Gerard had hinted at this, revealing that despite playing more minutes at full-back, in training I'm playing a lot as a centre-back. Flick clearly kept that idea ready. The biggest twist was that this didn't push Eric Garcia to right back instead. He replaced Frenkie de Jong in midfield. What looked temporary is now becoming a stable solution. This 2+1 triangle gives Flick unique advantages. Gerard Martin, as a left footer, allows Cubarsí to operate on his strongest side, while Eric Garcia provides a much more defensive-minded positional pivot than Frenkie, and the numbers fully back Flick's decision. When we talk about tackles and interventions per 90 minutes, we're talking about elite defensive mentality. Gerard Martin leads La Liga with over 6.6 tackles and interceptions per match, committing just 0.48 fouls per game, remarkable for a player so aggressive. On top of that, he's Barcelona's aerial duel leader, winning 84%, ahead of Araujo 75% and Cubarsí 73%. Then there's Eric Garcia. He has become indispensable for Flick. He has played all 25 official matches this season and featured in over 89% of total minutes. And the reason is simple: versatility. He has played as a right-back, centre-back, defensive midfielder, and even left-back, delivering elite performances in every role. As a full-back, Garcia is the best in ball progression, regularly advancing play by more than 10 metres. He averages 0.83 XG involvement per game, ranks 3rd in pass accuracy, 7th in recoveries, 5th in high recoveries, and 9th in defensive duels, one with an 81.7% success rate, one of the most complete profiles in the league. As a defensive midfielder, he's just as impressive. 3rd in duel success, over 5 per match, 6th in interceptions, nearly 2 per 90 minutes, and with the ball, 2nd in La Liga for ball progression. Only behind Pedri and just ahead of Frenkie, he's also 5th in XG build-up and 9th in key passes from open play. Add this defensive solidity to Joan Garcia, an elite goalkeeper who wins matches on his own, and scoring against Barcelona is becoming harder by the week. The final balance is devastating: 46 wins in 60 matches. The club's best record in a decade, just 7 defeats, the lowest since 2018, and 38 consecutive La Liga games scoring, the 2nd longest streak in club history. All of this proves that Flick has the intelligence to adapt his tactics like this new 2+1 midfield triangle and extract the absolute best from his squad. With this balance across midfield, defence and attack, Barcelona are playing football we've never seen before. More complete, more powerful. And yes, Flick's Barcelona are a nightmare for Spain and the rest of Europe.